Hey there, I'm making this video to try and share the idea that inaction can increase emotional distress. So again, if you have issues that are beyond your own control, go see a counselor. But this is, I guess you could say, sort of a self-help video, potentially a self-directed life enrichment idea. And the idea is that inaction can serve to increase emotional distress. Now, how can this be? Well, I'll tell you. Like, for example, if you have problems in your life, or if a human in general has problems in life, problems in living, and does nothing to try and solve them, if they do not engage in action, but rather than engaging in action, they engage in inaction, if you can tell the distinction there. So inaction is in not doing action, rather than engaging in action. So it's a tongue twister. But so doing nothing rather than doing something, that can create emotional distress. For example, if you have problems that could use solving, whether they be financial problems, legal problems, social problems, so on and so forth. Additionally, this sort of all comes from cognitive behavioral therapy. So I'm just providing this information for general information purposes. And again, seek professional help if needed. But for example, also with emotions, let's say somebody's sitting around and every day doesn't do anything. They don't go outside. They just sit in their house all day and sulk and think all these negative thoughts. Well, there's a good chance they're not going to be feeling very good because they're inactive. They're not active. They're engaging in inaction rather than engaging in action. If that makes sense. So if they were to, instead of being inactive and not active, if they were being active, if they were actively trying to do things that they would potentially enjoy, or actively trying to think positive thoughts and actively trying to not think about negative thoughts and things, then they might feel better. So if that makes sense. So, I think that's an important thing to note. So again, the whole point of me making this and throwing this up for other people to see, throwing this up on the internet, publishing this, is so that people can hopefully more readily embrace the idea that inaction, not being active, not taking initiative, can be a bad thing when it comes to psychological and emotional well-being. And again, use any or all of this information at your own risk. This is for general information purposes only. But, these are cognitive behavioral psychological principles to consider. So I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, watch my other videos, visit my websites, and have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night, whenever and wherever you may be.